Alright, so we've got the Square register and the iPad and the USB register. Obviously the register is the one that's sold on the website of squareup.com. Their register. I don't know about how other registers will work. If you can even find them. Most registers are printer driven. I have already opened the iPad. I just bought it, but it's I just needed to put the glass on it. Alright, so we got a new rose gold iPad. This is the latest. This is the Gen 6. So we're going to do an unboxing and complete setup of the Square register. Got a little welcome to iPad. Alright. Alright, so we got that going. Obviously it comes with instructions and charger. Next thing we got, I took my shipping label off. Keep the information private. We got the Square register itself. Alright. So let's go ahead and take this out. Not the easiest thing in the world to get out, but we will get it. It's got a little welcome. You'll also notice that on the bottom it has where you can mount it, and to keep the wires seamless you could drill a hole down and you can, it locks forwards and backwards so you can get tips or receipts. We got some other stuff in here. And this should, I believe, yes, it does have a tilt feature. We also have a toolkit it comes with, and we'll see what's in there. Alright, we got a this is your basic computer power cable. Alright, I'll tell you what, they pack these things in here. Alright, you got your AC DC adapter right there. Okay, so this is going to be what holds your little chip reader. And let's see what else we got in here. Okay, we have the actual reader itself, which will end up going in there, like that. See, I'm not a big fan of how they pack this in here, because one of the only ways to get it out, people will be tempted to pull that cable, and we need to avoid that, because that is how you break these things. Alright, so this is, if I'm not mistaken, going to allow you to plug in the USB register. Okay, so we've got all this good stuff. Let's see where we're at with the new iPad. Press home to open. English, United States. I do not have an iPhone. Let's just set it up manually. Let's connect to my internet. Okay, so we're going to let it activate. I'm going to set all this to the side and see what this register looks like. All right. All right, let's see what we got. Well, that is no joke. The top of the box, I've got it where you have to pick it up upside down. All right. Looks like we got software drivers and development tools, which this will not go in an iPad. But we have a computer, so we'll look at that if need be. Cash drawer installation and maintenance. Okay, it's got a key, it looks like. Let's see if we can find this key. I think it's all, I guess that's why they probably had it upside down. I don't particularly like that, but we got the keys. Alright, so let's see what we can get here. It should open when you do transactions, but if we need to manually get it, which I would not recommend necessarily leaving with your employees. Okay. All right. All right, we've got that's pretty standard. I mean, obviously it's plastic, but that is the industry standard. I'm assuming yeah, obviously it has the functionality to come out. It's just a straight rollover like your cabinets, nothing complicated. Okay. Interesting, but not necessarily too exciting. Alright, let's see where our iPad is at. We're gonna set that up later. There are gonna be employees using it, so we're probably not gonna use that. There's gonna be a code. Make a code. Okay. Alright, well, we're gonna use it anyway. We'll change it. Alright. Okay. Set up as a new iPad. It's going to be just for the business, so you really don't want to complicate it with anything. Let's see. So if it'll let me, I'll make a new account entirely. Use my current email address. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, we'll get a free iCloud email here. Apple News and Announcements. Yeah, that's going to be a no. So it's the same email, just with iCloud. All right, let's see. We got a password. Trying to get through this. I'm sure most of you are here for the Square Register. If so, feel free to skip ahead. We'll be there in 1 second. My phone number. Okay. All right, let me get my phone number. We have a verification code we need. All right. And I have never set one of these up before, so I'm learning with you. It may take a few minutes to create your new Apple ID. Probably not, but okay. All right, that is setting up. So we had that toolkit in here. Let's see what that even means. Drill mount, adhesive mount, cleaning cloth. They're being pretty liberal with the term toolkit, but it's fine. Asking you to drop stuff here. Drill mount. Okay, well that's nice. So basically, they give you a drill bit you can put in your drill. Okay, so you probably screw this, I assume, this piece right here. So you're gonna drill a hole if you can. Got your little square stand with all your accepts everything. So you're gonna drill a hole through whatever table once you're definitely sure where you're gonna put it, and then this will screw right into this hole through the table. The table will be clamped in there, and you'll be able to do that swivel. Just a little hardware. It is good that they gave you the drill bit though, because trying to find it with the perfect size would be a bit of a pain. And the adhesive mount and cleaning cloth, those are, I'm sure you can figure out what those are for. Alright, what do we got on the Apple? I feel like this is going to take longer than anything else we're doing here. Alright, express settings, allow maps and other devices together, data, allow Apple to improve product search annually. We're just going to leave it standard. we're going to install updates manually? No. This thing is, there we go. Let's see, quick access. Okay, awesome. So what we're gonna do, so we need to download Square, obviously. I have Square Payroll too, but that's not gonna be in this video. Let's see. Square point of sale. Awesome. Looks good. They got a picture of what we're doing too. Alright. Gonna put our newly minted ID in there. What is it, iCloud.com? I don't know, I don't usually use Apple products, but we shall see. They're stopping me from what I'm doing to teach me how to use their keyboard. Let's see. What? Let's see. Give me just 1 second. Okay, this Apple ID has not yet been used in the iTunes store. Gotta review something. Making me work for it. The Square app. Okay. Next, you must agree. I agree, sure. No. Cool. You must enter the entire form. My billing address, huh? I always want the information. All right. Is that what they wanted? Let's see. Apple ID complete. Okay. For the 3rd time. Yes, we're installing it. Enter your password again. I think my neighbors are having too much fun outside. Alright, so we're downloading right now. Require password for additional purchases on this device. Always require. We shouldn't be purchasing anything. If my employees are purchasing something, we got a problem. Okay, so that's downloading. Let's look at this, what we got here. Okay. So we've got our contactless chip reader. This thing is heavy, man. I'll tell you what, they got a bunch of different little pieces on here to peel off. Oh, that's fascinating. So this comes up and out. There you go. Instructions are right there. Oh, I see. It's how you lock it in place. I'm picking up what they're putting down. Okay. So we're going to click this in. Awesome. And okay, awesome. So you can insert or hold your card up depending on what you got. Okay, so we got Square point of sale. So we're going to open that up. I've never put one of these on before, so okay. So to put it in, it looks like alright. So it's got this pin here that locks it in place, and you can pull it out from the outside. Alright. Okay. So you just slide it in here. Okay. Have that pin out. Lock it in place. And then you put the pin back in. Looks good to me. It's got my generic code there. Alright, we're going to sign in. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so we're logged in. Enable microphone. Square using microphone to connect to your headphone jack to transfer card data. Well, then we're probably going to have to do that. Protect bars and sellers and location services. We're going to let Square do everything it needs to do. Okay, start using point of sale. Okay. So it's going to walk through request a deposit on your invoice. So it looks like you can request anything you need. Square loyalty, keep customers coming back. So you can set up a loyalty program on your dashboard. Okay, so we got welcome to Square Stand. It's all connected. Connect your hardware devices. So it realized it was in the Square Stand. It knows what's up. Your Square Stand is connected to connect hardware devices. Plug the accessories hub into the stand and a power supply. So this is where some of this additional hardware we were messing with earlier. So we got our little we got the accessories hub here with super tape. Okay. Okay. Get our power supply and get everything hooked up. Connect your hardware anytime. It looks like it's probably going to list out what's connected, which is good. Let's see what we got in terms of a jack here. Alright, got a jack right there. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to connect our power supply. So we take all the stuff off of it. Okay, simple enough. And this is telling me that that will go in there. Okay. All connected to our hub. Okay, so our hub's got power. All right. You know, it doesn't feel, it didn't seem, it seems like, so this side is flush and this side is not entirely flush. So I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty close though. So we'll look at that. I think it's probably just with the tact you put it in with. So this thing is heavy. That's crazy. All right. So I think we should plug up our devices to this terminal here, and that's going to include our USB register from Square. All right. So I think, all right, let's see what we got here. See, it tells you how little I know about Apple products. Okay. Payment cards and passes and wallet will not work automatically while in Square. Well, good. Connect your hardware anytime. Continue to point of sale. Okay. So we got our basic point of sale right here. The real question we have to ask ourselves. Okay, you know what? Just answered that question. So this is how we're probably gonna connect our hardware without any kind of problems. And you could connect it all if you drilled a bigger hole, you know, like here or something, and went straight down. If you didn't, if you knew where it was gonna stay. So all your hardware here, there's a lot of wires on the floor, but all your hardware is connected. And we're going to connect, yep, not a problem. And then just leave this tab on there so you can pull it out. Okay, so it looks like it's telling me so. Updating reader, so it's updating all of the things. It's saying it's connected.
Here's everything you need to know to get your Square reader set up and running. Inside your box, there's a Square contactless and chip reader, charging cable, and a Square MagStripe reader. The Square contactless and chip reader has an EMV chip card slot, power button, port for the charging cable, and NFC antenna built inside. The battery should last all day on a single charge with normal usage. To check the battery level, press the power button. 4 green lights indicates your reader is fully charged and it's ready for payments. 3 or 2 green lights indicates a partial charge and it can take even more payments. And 1 red light means your reader needs a charge immediately. To charge it up, plug the cable into your reader and a computer, USB wall charger, car charger, or USB battery pack. It should take 2 to 3 hours to get a full charge. 4 green lights means your reader is ready for business. Now let's connect your reader to your device. You can connect your Square Reader to your smartphone or tablet via Bluetooth LE. Make sure your device has the latest version of the Square app. You'll need to do this before you can connect Square Reader. Next, go to your device's settings and turn on Bluetooth. Now you're ready to pair your device with your reader. Open the Square app, go to the menu, Settings, Card Readers, Connect a Reader, and then Contactless and Chip Reader. Press and hold the power button on your reader for about 3 seconds. When the 4 orange lights start flashing, release the button. The Square app will automatically pair with the reader. Your reader may go to sleep to save power. If it does, press the power button once and the Square app will connect instantly. Square Reader comes with a USB cable so you can connect it to Square Stand. Plug the cable into your reader and your Stand's USB hub to accept payments and keep your reader charged all day. Square Reader connects automatically and you'll know when your reader is ready. You can also connect with a dock for Square Reader. Place your reader into the dock with the USB port facing downwards. Then set the clip in place to secure your reader. Take the dock's USB cable and plug it into your Stand's USB hub. The dock charges your reader, gives it a home on your counter, and positions your reader to accept contactless payments and chip cards. Now let's start taking payments. You can accept chip cards and contactless payments with the Square Contactless and Chip Reader, and swipe cards with the included MagStripe reader. Make sure you position your reader so it's within reach of both you and your customer. This lets you accept payments quickly and easily. Select an item from your library or enter a dollar amount for a new item. Then tap Charge. Wait for 1 green light to appear on your reader. This means it's ready to accept payment. To take a chip card payment, insert the chip card into Square Reader chip side facing up, and leave it there until you see the check mark or 4 green lights appear on the reader. To take a contactless payment, tap Charge, wait for 1 green light to appear, then have your customer hold their contactless device near the reader. 4 green lights will appear, and when you see the check mark, you're all set. To swipe cards the old-fashioned way, just use your Square Stand's built-in MagStripe reader, or use the included MagStripe reader with your device. To learn more about setting up or taking payments with your reader, go to square.com/setup.
Okay. All right. They were talking about some lights on here, which aren't entirely apparent, but I'm sure they will become apparent when they start lighting up. Okay. So we got that. Updating reader. Okay. Got some notifications. Deposits. Right. We got tutorials, get help. I don't know if y'all can see this. They've got a tutorial for basically everything. Create an item, create an invoice. Alright, so it looks like they have everything you will need. And obviously if you were going to finish a transaction, you obviously potentially have it mounted. You could swivel it around and that'll give you tips and everything else. So let's see. Oh, let's see if we can oh, see, there you go. It works. It's all connected, that USB drill. I don't necessarily like that because you can just click open and confirm with 0 and get money out, but without a real transaction. It's okay. So let's do frozen lemonade, charge $0. Can we change the price of this? We'll have to go to items somewhere else. Let's see. items. Okay. So we're gonna make a frozen lemonade, and we're going to make it $1. Looked like the minimum transaction amount was $1. And you can set up an item grid, right? So you could do like all your pictures and all that, which would be easier for really not your customers, but obviously you. Yeah, and you also have a clock in screen here. Your employees can clock in, which I have set up in the payroll system. Once you get employees on in Square Payroll, it gives you the option. Right. Okay, so we got frozen lemonade, $1. Checkout. All items. Frozen lemonade. Remove. Confirm remove. We only want one thing on there. Okay, so we're gonna charge $1. If they're paying with cash, it's 1, 5, 10, 20 custom. Obviously, you have to give you the exact change. Click cash from customer. Awesome. How much did they give me? They gave me $2, and you can click tender, and your drawer would open. Manual credit card entry, manual gift card entry, card on file. I don't recommend that. Insert, swipe, or tap to pay. So if you have like a tap. Okay, so here's your light. Okay, so the light is under the surface here. So you could just hold something up. I don't know if maybe I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Oh, it's going. Do not remove card. Yeah, well, we're gonna not charge me $1 and then have to back pay it. But yeah, so that's basically what you need to do. It looks like everything's working really without much setup. I don't know why this says 1 on here. Create my free Square card. I don't need a Square card right now. I would recommend going through these tutorials. Nothing about this is complicated, but you want to be ready when you're open, so good enough. If you have any questions, comment section or message me directly, and I'll be happy to go through it with you. Looks like the iPad came with about 87% charging. It is charging right now though, so the iPad connected to this system is charging, and this is charging, and everything else is good. So assuming we actually go ahead and let's go to settings, tipping. So I wanted to, so collect tips, smart tips, percentage amounts. I'm not a big fan of overburdening customers with large tip amounts. They're more likely to click 5% if they see it. Calculate tip after taxes, calculate tip before taxes. Yeah, we'll do after taxes, get us an extra penny for our employees. Allow custom amounts, separate tipping screen. I'm not a big fan of custom amounts. Like I said, I just don't like to overburden the customer with stress. They can just click 5% and go, and it will add up for your employees if you have a business that's going. Okay, so we're not going to take checks. Gift cards or certificates are not an option. We're not going to save any customer cards. Manual gift card entry. We're not doing that because obviously we've not set it up, and we're not at the place where we're doing gift cards. So assuming that we were going to charge $1, okay, so assuming we had our card in there, so we got 4 green lights, we're good. 5, 10, 15, no tip. Yeah, it's pretty standard. So I wonder if it cancels it if we take it out. I know it's still on there. 5 cents. So we can go back and cancel from right here. So most people are gonna, when they see, like, the business I'm doing, which is a food truck with frozen lemonade, Italian ice cream and stuff. So these numbers are usually going to be pretty small, and people are going to be really good to click that. Obviously, it's going to be swiveled around at that point. But let's see. I want to say the other feature, and especially for me, is the offline mode. Now I'm going to be there a lot, and my phone is going to have the hotspot, so we're going to stay connected. But you should be able to do offline mode, which, like I said, I just got this, so obviously I'm not an expert at it right this second. Offline mode, right there. Okay, so basically you can allow offline mode, which, you know, for a food truck's kind of a must. I recommend, obviously, no one's going to come spend more than $100 at a food truck in one transaction, and if they need to do that, 2 transactions is fine. But you want it to pop up if you know you need to separate it. But it depends what business you do. If you're running an art gallery off of this, fine, do whatever you need to do. But then I wouldn't recommend having offline mode, because someone buys a whatever and their card bounces, you're going to be responsible for it. That's the only downside of offline mode. If someone's card is declined, that's on you. But it's not really a problem for ice cream. And if you're moving around, it's awesome that you can swipe offline. Yeah. So you've got a list of transactions. So you can go back and see other things, and you can even issue a refund or get a new receipt. I don't have a printer, and I don't want one. Because when you check out, okay, if you do a checkout, right? Okay, and you do all this, and you go all the way through, it should potentially. Okay, so right, you've got, how do you want to receive your receipt? So you got phone number, email, no thanks, and there's really no reason to have the printer. I'm not a big fan of printers. Obviously, you're going to end up needing to buy more paper, and that's $20 a month, $40 a month. If you're doing decent business that you don't necessarily need to be spending. There's no law requiring you to give paper receipts. If you have an issue with a customer, you can print it off or email it to them. That's fine. So anyway, cool. So awesome. Transactions, $1. Alright. Accidental charge. Other. Test. Hope they won't. Okay. Okay. Well, I think that's pretty much about it. I appreciate y'all going through it with me. And if you have any questions, like I said, just let me know.